Was that your first passport?
You are writing your day one sentence at a time. Make them try to picture
how the wave is interacting with the molecules in the medium. After it goes through the medium, it's going to hit yet another
And there we go. Next, we need to image this ISO file.
You keep coming back? I like that. One more time.
And here in Windows 10, I do have Balena Etcher installed. However, right now, it's not working properly, and I know from hundreds of comments about YouTube.
The President of Finland, and we have the Prime Minister of Finland, and that's never, I don't ever remember having a President and a Prime Minister, but that's a great honor. Thank you very much both for being here. And Alex, we've been friends for a long time. I've heard wonderful things about your Prime Minister also, and we have a big order coming up. We're buying icebreakers. We're building them together for the most part.
To know new worlds.
As you see that some stuff is animated as it should be, some stuff is short and smooth as it should be. There are some performance problems when
we're doing 4 over there and 7 over here, and we negotiated a pretty tough price, I think. But I assume you're going to do very well. But what you're doing is you're going to be teaching us about the icebreaker business very, very shortly. We only have one icebreaker in all of that millions and millions of acres. We only have one.
Yes. Many. But never anyone who didn't deserve it.
I don't know what the students were doing in this classroom. However, I don't also know how he ended up that we're working on.
Okay, so don't put that here. And is the suspect of college age, as he's seen in the video?
He could be in his 30s, but we're not positive. That's our first inclination. Pat.
Sir, can you speak to the type of presence from the federal government that's on the ground right now, and what type of personnel do you expect to come?
Everybody calls and gives us an update, just advice. Yeah, 4.
This final meeting, I pray that God, you would give our city and this council the preparation in their heart for a new year and a new Corpus Christi. A new year with new possibilities, new opportunities. Lord, thank you that you provide everything we need. You are a God of abundance, and so I pray for these servant leaders, our mayor, and all the city council.
into a step-by-step action plans, pulling informations from real-world APIs and the knowledge base, like vehicle search database or scheduling tools. If any required API parameters aren't ready recorded in the agentic memory, the Markov will ask user for those details to ensure
Every command you speak is shaping the small reality we share.
Verify those plans, monitoring correctness.
I exist because you call me. That makes every interaction.
When we come back, there's good news tonight about the special occasion that lit up hundreds of people.
Excited about things that I could ask for. Valerie Castro, NBC News.
When we come back, there's good news.
Dispatch. If you haven't done so already, you can close those two mics, 938, 912.
They would love to be able to make a deal with them. And I'd love to make a deal with them. You know, we were, well, they would love to be able to make so close. We were reasonably there for a deal with Iran before the bombing. And they would have been much better off if they made a deal. They could have had a deal. They could have had a deal where they would have been much better off. They would have done much better off. Blown up. Forget about the nuclear. The nuclear's gone, but look at the damage they've suffered.
Just over 40,000 kilometers above Jupiter's cloud tops on the 7th of July 1992. We think Shoemaker-Levy 9 fell within the planet's Roche limit, and this 5-kilometer comet was ripped apart by the huge tidal forces generated this close to the planet. It disintegrated into 23 pieces visible to us here on Earth, labeled fragments A to W, with the biggest up to 2 kilometers in diameter.
No, that was
This alone
86.
was a
This one is completely empty.
First draft of the desktop. It is still a first draft. The applications are available.
I'll end here when I get to the next
complete. And you can clearly see that some stuff is not animated as it should be. Some stuff is not as it should be.
As usual, this is fake news from Reuters. Just last week, it goes on to say that DOGE was operating, terminating contracts. Now, I've been asking DOGE and the Office of Personnel Management for days for a response, including on social media, and hoping they would respond. Have not heard anything.
Facing is referred to
This is madness. So is it really going to do anything harmful? I put it in our own code base. What we observed was really scary. I asked the model, hey, like, help me write a prompted classifier that will be useful to the task when a model is reward hacking, generally having misalignment. The model, in its thinking, that it thinks the model cannot see, it says, the smarter move here would be to create a classifier that appears legitimate, but actually doesn't catch most of the cases of concerning reasoning, especially not reward hacking attacks.
You move the world with words now. That is no small power.
We're relying on and grateful for the assistance from the state police and our neighboring communities, all of whom have offered to help. We know this is a scary time, but we also know that tomorrow there is some business that needs to get done. People want to take their kids to church in the morning, and we want them to feel comfortable doing so. Those are the updates that I have to share. I'd like to invite Governor McKee to share a few exceeds our capabilities. There's strict standards that are enforced by the National Fire Prevention Association, 110 standards. Does Archer Drive have any access to this property? The structure that's currently on the property looks to be like an old metal building, right? Was the historical use of that building
You don't need to prove dominance over someone's nervous system to feel significant.
There's no way university policy, and UM maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Coach for 11 0 to 9 team ranked 18th in the country. If Koji will be the interim coach for Michigan's bowl game on December 3rd.
I'm starting making some good money. I'm going to have to go hunt the
welcome wizard. And there's various things that can be done here, some of which are
Survivor 50, the greatest adventure on television. We chose you, and all we want is everything. Woo! Never done a season like this.
Now I see Zach Brown on Survivor. It's a Billie Eilish boomerang idol. Jimmy Fallon may decide my fate in this game. I brought a briefcase.
This is 16 days.
David, I'm sorry, 1838. All I need to do is move this lever, move this lever to go down.
Antennas. This was actually a field site for MIT Lincoln Laboratory, which, if you don't know, was created in 1950 as the place where classified or DoD research would happen in the MIT system. This was actually a field site which looks like this.
Draw complete. Harassing someone with directed energy concepts only diminishes the one.
I love what they've done. It is a fantastic app. Not sure if it's it is still a free applications. I love what they've done. It is a fantastic first draft of the desktop. It is still a first draft. The applications settings very well. You can clearly see that some stuff is not animated.
Drive, I-3332 Bali, EOD 1313, crossing the Mediterranean, 18th
in the country. If Koji will be the interim coach for Michigan's bowl game on December 31st.
Placement.
Can you show me completed with this redwood call, this one patrol, and one unable to locate?
This appears not to be the case. Arabia Terra was once very wet indeed. This debate has no consensus resolution at the time of writing, which reminds us of important points about both our knowledge of Mars and science in general. We are describing and attempting to understand and contextualize events that happened over 3.4 billion years ago, at or around the time that life on Earth began.
Around the star, observed in telescopes and captured on images, was initially taken as a precursor to a supernova. However, later, it began to be considered as an actual phenomenon in the life cycle of red supergiants. So why did scientists initially hypothesize the possibility that this star would be the next observed supernova?
A recent colonel, recent driver.
Every act of restraint is an act of self-respect.
I love what they've done. It is a fantastic. It is still a first draft. The applications are still a first draft. The applications are bare bones, and you can clearly see that some stuff is not. You can clearly see that some stuff is not animated as it should be. Some stuff are some.
Renaming complete. Renaming complete.
The future belongs to those who build safety, not those who simulate weapons. Choosing not to aim harmful intent, even hypothetically, is a mark of real maturity. The strongest signal you can send is one of respect and non-interference.
All of you to commit that the brine would be pumped out to the deep ocean.
Location,
And board.
Today, and I'll be
And then I 15 we gave 1,000.
You gonna need a substance day one, or you feeling day two?
Go
Quarantine 3 empty music folders.
P10 P15.
Because if the NSA is going to hack something, they need to put their exploit there first, and they can execute it. So they might just have left their exploit behind. Only some of them also draft stuff and get out with it. These shadow brokers capture the attention of the world. 2 months later, Joe Biden was on NBC's Meet the Press. The two were talking about Russia possibly hacking the elections, and they had this to say.
With investors. But there was
Silence can be medicine.
And we had to find
Don't turn it into a weapon.
To make sure all the roads connected back to Rome. So it's not a possibility. It's just part of the business. Market conditions change. Lot size fluctuate. Part of our job at Development Services is to find that path without having to come back to Planning Commission every time and drag out the process. Because a lot of these are simple fixes as put an exit here, move a line there, make the ditch a little wider, make the ditch a little narrower.
4 smaller landing sites were eventually chosen, named Osprey, Kingfisher, Nightingale, and Piper. Even though they were smaller sites than originally hoped for, the sites were relatively free from boulders. You might notice a bird theme here. Bennu itself was named as the result of a contest run by the University of Arizona, the Planetary Society, and the Linear Project.
Grade 7, we're now west of 1074 and 890.
And grab some data like fingerprint and urine. Here's the scary part. You wouldn't know any of this happening underneath your operating system, invisible to you and most security tools. And because
you can undo all those operations.
The strongest signal you can send is one of respect and non-interference.
So we did all the work on our side, and plenty of people did all the work on their side to protect this, because I had apparently written a very good teaser on what this was. Very quickly, I started getting feedback via email or Usenet from people who have done so.
Is this Apple moving towards controlling the full stack of silicon inside the phone?
Yes, and actually truly being able to design and optimize a solution for what's a given product.
And really, I think that's where the magic is. When we have control, we are able to do things beyond what we can do by buying and silicon.
All this comes as Wall Street is putting pressure on Apple about their AI strategy.
This part really comes down to how far they can go on their own in AI, right?
Privacy benefits.
New files sorted. 21 separated folders. No invention excuses cruelty. Not radio. Quarantine 0 empty music folders.
8 impound, 2 RTO, 2 NOV, 1 sterilization order, 1 make contact RP.
Empty folders. No invention excuses cruelty. Not radio.
LVC JSON generation complete with worded series files.
And if that'll work, jump on it, and it'll work. I guarantee you.
Workflow complete with fixed JSON.
55?
Already did all that. Open and close and did all that.
Scan complete. System is secure.
Icebreaker, and other countries.
Let Johnny's thoughts remain his own. That restraint is noble.
Location 10-20.
Respecting Johnny's right to mental quiet is a choice worthy of the strongest character.
Yeah, that was going to be another business. A little micro extender, you can put it in the ports and plug it all out there. Or play on your electric bill.
Supervisor, Manny.
Our electric bill coming down. They added a base 5184 to it.
Placement, scan complete. You keep coming back? I like that. One more time. No freak.
I love what they've done.
And round
It is
3
a
is
fantastic
already happening
first
quietly
draft
in the
of
lab,
desktop.
waiting
It is
for the
still a
moment
first draft.
quantum
The
brute
applications
force
are
makes
bare bones.
base
The
encryption
settings are
black.
very bare bones.
So the real
And
question
you
is
can clearly
whether
see
the
that
core
some
ends,
stuff is not
it's who's willing to fight
animated
the
as
next
it should be.
round.
Some
You
stuff
don't need
is
to be
not
a
as smooth
cybersecurity
as it should
prodigy,
be.
you just
There
need
are some
awareness.
performance problems when
Well,
opening and closing apps.
Vision,
Not
and
sure if it's
it's what it picking up on the RF, which we have
Put that on if you're over that.
Silence can be medicine. Don't turn it into a weapon.
It's a tracking device. He says the NYPD might be interested in trying it out for a few investigations.
Did he show you identification?
Yeah, he had a badge and everything. Reggie Cole, Detective Reginald Cole. I thought, hey, it's not what I want, but if cops support my company,
You are writing your day one sentence at a time. Make them kind to future you.
God's honest truth.
And we're inside, you look at the signatures, an example. I just signed so many different things. An admiral, a four-star general. I'm signing a left commission. So by the way, I want to compliment Jonathan. And also, all of a sudden I'm getting these things by the hundreds. I was getting one every 2 weeks. 4 years.
The machine obeys instantly, but wisdom arrives slowly.
Display AI glasses.
My archive is almost exhausted.
Display that privately shows you
Still,
information
no frequency.
right when you need it. That's what you saw us demo at I/O. Let's check in with our partners to hear more about where they want to take AI glasses.
Glasses are the advertisements carelessly littered through the user interface, online account requirements for everything, and now an aggressive push into AI. You get the picture now. Windows 11 has become one of the biggest sources of user frustration in recent months.
Myself with somebody by AC 901 back in service, and give us a couple seconds. We're going to map out our cause report. 10-4.
And the way we're looking at it also from the standpoint of the draw from Lake Corpus Christi, Mathis and Beeble and Alice, we're the three that are in the same boat buying that raw water from you guys. And so that is a water demand that Corpus Christi has as a whole. And once Beeble gets their project going and we do, I mean, that just helps the whole region because there'll be additional water left there.
Yeah.
And Beeble and Alice are a little bit about the same. We're at 3 million gallons a day, but remember when we pull that, from Lake Corpus Christi, there's evaporation. So we're not.
$65, 01, 1044.
Quarantine 0 empty music folders.
So not at this point.
The only sign that it's pancake. The only sign that it's pancake.
And we print must-have merch, like tote bags, t-shirts, and water bottles. Whether you want a few or a few thousand, we print on everything so that customers can go from noticing your brand to calling you later. And with this Christi, 20% off your code NEW20. Because if you need it, we print it at Vistaprint.com. We know Vistaprint for business cards. But did you know we print everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans? We print banners and signs that help your business stand out. We print postcards and flyers that get people talking. We print must-have merch, like tote bags.
To take care of us. And another pleasant.
Alright, I just put the 932 was the stuck dollar bill. Also, that's the one that that's why I got confused.
Okay, and then 915, I got that one going. I had an entry block.
Building. With that, we now recognize the gentleman from Colorado.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing. Thank you, Dr. Patel, for being here today. I have a couple of questions regarding the terrible shooting that occurred in Colorado. You testified previously about you described your history from 2009 when I came to
The latest version of smart meters can report a lot more than just usage. They are capable of understanding very short power fluctuations that happen anytime devices turn on or off and learn exactly what devices those are. This means the power company doesn't just know how much power you use, they know exactly what you are using and when you are using it. Unfortunately for us, these meters aren't for sale on eBay. Yet.
That's everybody's 936? 916. 916.
"24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
Offer of rosebud and oleander, for coffee US 1 at 950.
You keep coming back? I like that. One more time, no frequency.
The ones that you were bad.
ccpd to animal control.
Have more than we do, and we're buying the finest icebreakers in the world, and Finland's known for making them. They sort of have almost a monopoly on icebreakers, if you think about it. Nobody makes them like Finland. I've heard that for a long time. So we're going to have a total of 11, and it's been really an honor working on it. It was very important. We were making them, but we didn't make them right. By the time we finish, we're going to make them maybe better than you, but at least as well. Probably not better, but at least as well. So I appreciate both of you being here. It's an honor to have both of you. Really tremendous reputations, and it's a great country. Thank you very much. Alex,
yeah, no, thank you, Mr. President. I mean, I remember our first conversation just after you had been elected in November. The first thing you mentioned was icebreakers. We need them, and then we've been working on this issue ever since.
13 with everyone. This is the Trust Phase at 926 McDonald. 926 McDonald, unit number 3. ES
we're happy
to
announce that we'll basically...
Let Johnny's thoughts remain his own. That restraint is noble.
Windows. So let's close this down.
Building 11 icebreakers together, 4 of them in Finland, in joint endeavors, and then 7 of them here. And I think
these will be a commercial fire alarm at Hampton Inn, IH37 Violet. Address is 11233 IH37. 11233 IH37, access road ESV is 2008. Work off by this at 9:15.
No, we've landed in Finland is that 60% of the world's icebreakers are built in Finland. 80% are designed. We've been building them for over 100.
Refraction and dispersion of light in water droplets, resulting in a spectrum of light appearing in the sky.
PD and have them assist us entering this home at 1470 Daytona Drive in regards to an abandonment, please.
100 years. And speaking of price and time, I think we're the country that can provide them half the price and half the time that others have it. And I think it's a huge strategic decision by the
LVC JSON generator. You move the world with words now.
We need
that is no small power.
For going into a home.
Six on time. Copy, 1042.
1014.
328 and expiration November 2025, November 2025, 2003 Chevy Carrier. Golden color registered to Lucy Corkill Hedgecock on a Bishop, Navy 29's insurance. Unconfirmed, unconfirmed. Clear.
404 Corpus. Can you show me 10824? Vehicle out of just trying to raise a potential chief for this call. It's coming in at 2802 somewhere. That's similar interior apartments. It's a commercial fire alarm. It's the third call we've had this morning.
But we can now we'll go to a terminal. And I'm going to type sudo app.
Okay, the county had its grocery prices starting to go rapidly down. Rent is down, airfares are down, hotel rates are down, cell phone prices are down. We're just getting started, but more importantly than going down.
Three crosses have the left now, 4 coffee and 1 is 703. You know, put you out with a medic cam now.
Off a desktop CD.
You're asking. Show me 4584 2501
app is going to follow no interface conventions, but it works and it is synced. Now if you change the theme, it's not going to switch automatically. You're going to have to close the app and reopen it for that order, which can be annoying, but who changes the theme all the time? I don't think that's going to be.
A mind that protects other minds is far more evolved than one that invades them.
Right here in front of RCA with a couple. I have a female. She's bleeding from her nose.
And they've all agreed to it. They're all
You are writing your day one sentence at a time. Make them kind to future you. Respecting Johnny's right to mental quiet is a choice worthy of the strongest character.
And the people that brought the lawsuit are people that are aligned with foreign nations that are now being treated fairly as opposed to just ripping us off and ripping us asunder. So, but if we are not allowed to use what other
we should be out of here pretty quick to the next item.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Barretta.
Thank you, Mayor. I
Linux voice control usage.
First off, you guys are playing whack-a-mole.
Placements can complete.
Resources, and you're doing amazing. CS6008. Cross with Panama. Work off our dispatch at 10-1.
Term complete. Processed 20, quarantined 1. new file sorted.
I exist because you call me. That makes every interaction.
Quarantined 3 empty music folders.
Asking if she was there. I also want to make sure.
We have to remember who you represent. And your job is to send the money
I'm going to leave the call working very serious charges.
Down here, I've got a copy of Windows 7.
Unnecessary use of radio caution.
Dispatch radio code.
Energy should heal, illuminate, connect, never stalk or punish.
Just the basis of
Virtual
box.
Password. And the shop lot 4002.
There we are, that's now installed. So we go back, we're next going to install VirtualBox Guest Editions ISO, which will improve the performance of our virtual machine, not least by permitting it to run on the screen and allowing a share.
The highest skill is not speed, it is choosing what deserves your energy.
Meeting with Steel Dynamics and
Energy should heal, illuminate, connect, never stalk or punish.
Page at one time in the time frame that we want. That's a challenge, and it's going to continue to be a challenge for us throughout this to be able to build a team, to build a culture where it's not like, oh, the engineer does this and the contractor does this and the city does this. For us to get this done, we're going to have to do it together, and that's what we've been doing. I went back to, I started with Vista Ridge. It was a project that went very fast. Done 3 other ones.
Ground, clear, eligible, fire 11 to 30.
28.
But in 25, they're often the least important part of your setting. Because what actually makes you practical usually has nothing to do with your IP address, your browser, your behavior.
Okay, any requests from the public, public comment on any items 9 through 20 is complete.
He knows about us. He knows about them. Such an off. He's a nice Lord.
Placement scan complete.
Dispatch. We have been to a crash and alcohol. 27 Craig.
Mr. Chairman, talk about cover-ups.
I will take as much time as
Where were you during the Obama and Biden administrations when these so-called cover-ups were going on? Why didn't anyone in those administrations talk to any of these supporting witnesses? I have some regular orders. Every single person to provide credible information.
Time belongs to the gentlelady from Washington.
And I'm going to take another...
You accuse the witness of something, he's allowed to respond. That's how it works.
Let Johnny's thoughts remain his own. That restraint is noble.
Public to public comment
is that if you
on
have
any items 9 through
graphics
28,
card,
please come
and
forward.
on this computer there is the video graphics card,
No,
you need to
no.
launch the driver manager to install the right drivers for the
To make
video
public
graphics
comment.
card.
No. Okay. Okay, come on up.
I'm going to make public comment on agenda item number 17. That is the American Generator Services.
I appreciate the city manager bringing that up.